Welcome in here live on Recruitlings. We're down on the field ahead of Chicago House hosting RWB ADRIA on a Wednesday night from the Midwest Premier League. I'm Alex Campbell. Thanks for joining us. Joined first by RWB ADRIA head coach Derek Huffman. Derek, thanks for taking a few minutes for us. We're heading into the main stretch of the season now at this point. The chase for the title is on. How do you feel like your team is positioned right now as you head down the home stretch?
I think both teams know this is a big game tonight. It's 0-0. I think the loser of this game is going to be, you're looking uphill at it, and I think the winner of this game is, on their way there at least. So I think both teams are going to bring it. The first game we had was a 1-1 draw. So, weather conditions were poor, but tonight no excuses. So I think it's going to be a good competitive game.
I know the rosters tweak and change year to year every so often, but how does the advantage of being kind of like an establishment in this league, kind of a cornerstone club in the long history of, amateur soccer in Chicago, is there any inertia that comes with that for your team, do you think?
Well, yeah, you have a bunch of guys that want to play for, a good quality side. So I think that helps us a bit every year. We have a good core of players that we kind of keep, along. And then we also have a big player pool, about 30 players that come in and out of the roster. So.
Looking at this game tonight again, you've got a House team that's coming off their worst 90 minutes of the season. What are you hoping your guys can do early on in this game to try to take advantage of a team that's maybe not on their best?
Well, honestly, I'd say DeKalb United playing at the NIU field. We've had trouble playing there too, so I'm not necessarily looking too much into that loss. I think they know what's at stake tonight, and they're gonna, they're good, organized side. It's gonna be a tough game, so I'm not. We've struggled at DeKalb too, so I'm not looking anything too deep into that. So
fair enough. Well, you mentioned it was a 1-1 draw last time. We're looking forward to a competitive match again tonight. Coach, thanks so much for a few minutes and good luck.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. All right, we're going to walk and talk it now as we go try to find Shannon Seymour. House with a couple of lineup changes from the last time they were home. That match I referenced, a 4-2 defeat at DeKalb County United, House's first loss of the year. They are looking to bounce back from that. They are still in first place at the top of the Heartland Conference Division I standings. Derek Huffman made the point, if there's an outright winner tonight, that team is absolutely in the driver's seat. If there's an outright loser, they could quickly find themselves down in third or fourth place. See if we can spy where Shannon is out here. Didn't keep my head on a swivel there the last few steps. Where did Mr. Seymour go? This is a familiar matchup. These teams have met in the Open Cup. They've, of course, met in the Midwest Premier League. ADRIA, you might have seen there on Coach Huffman's shirt, back in 2019, celebrated their 60th anniversary. And so this is a team that's been around a very long time, of course, founded by Croatian immigrants in Chicago. We're going to go back the other way because we walked right past Shannon. That's what I get for looking at the camera, not looking anywhere else. It is still like almost 90 degrees here in Elmhurst, but it feels a whole heck of a lot better than it has here the last couple of weekends. Humidity way down, much more pleasant this evening. Now we'll get Shannon Seymour coming onto the broadcast for a couple minutes. Shannon, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing well. Okay, so the headline thing, your team's coming off, if we're honest, the worst game of the season. How do you bounce back?
Yeah, I think as you said it, the worst game of the season, so it's hard to go down from there. We're back at home, so that's a start, and, hopefully the crowd can get us into this game. The guys know how important this game is. It's a big rivalry in the Heartland Conference, so, it's just important to protect our goal first, right? Defensively, we're thinking first, and then we see what happens there on the offensive side.
Just talking to Coach Derek Huffman of ADRIA, he mentioned that his side had maybe their worst game of the season at DeKalb as well. He said he didn't particularly like his team playing on that surface. I mentioned that to say, is that a game you want the guys to remember as a motivation, or do you want them to kind of forget that last 90 minutes ever happened?
A little bit of both. I know that's kind of against the question, but again, we want to remember those losses because that's how you learn. You learn from your losses, and it's how you grow as a team. I think when you start the season so hot and undefeated, you sometimes need that wake-up call, and we could kind of sense that coming, so I hope this is the turnaround that the team needs to end the season on a strong note.
Home fans today are going to get a look at a newish striker on the roster of Angelo Spartiatis, a guy who's familiar to the Midwest Premier League with Edgewater Castle, coming off a season in the Greek third tier. What can these fans here in Elmhurst expect to see from him tonight, leading the line for House? Yeah, absolutely. I think he brings a good energy to the game, that professional experience to the game. So you'll see him, again, get the ball to feet, try to create some opportunities, dangerous opportunities in and around the box. So we're excited to have him and see how he
he molds continues to fit into the squad.
Someone who's not here tonight is Pau Mateo Chacon, a guy who, in addition to being a leader and a good defender, is such a great ball progressor for this team. When he's not out there, how much more does that ask of everybody else to up their game in possession?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the last 2 games showed it, not having him here. He's such an important role to this team, especially in our back line. He's our leader. He sees things that I might not see from that backside and just that angle. So it asks the guys to step up, communicate, and take a little bit more responsibility for themselves as well as the team.
We're heading into the home stretch of the season. These are 2 of the best teams in the division. You drew 1-1 earlier in the year. If you had to pick out one thing, what's going to be the difference tonight and who gets a leg up in the title race?
Yeah, I think the defensive side of the ball, whoever defends the box better will come out on top. I think the midfield will really matter in this game. Who brings more energy, who wins more of those second balls, those 50-50s as well.
Well, we're looking forward to a good, well-contested battle here on Wednesday night in Elmhurst. Shannon, thanks so much. Good luck to House tonight out on the field. House also celebrating Cancer Awareness Night tonight. You'll see those lavender kits on the House players tonight as well in support of that cause. Shannon, thanks so much, and good luck to the team out there tonight. We'll see you after.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're going to take a break then here, pregame live on Recruitlings. Kickoff coming up in just a few minutes here live from Elmhurst. You're watching the Midwest Premier League in Chicago House here live on YouTube on Recruitlings. We'll be right back with the opening kickoff.